Hello my friends and welcome back to Wasteland 3 with me Mark from DadX, and we are exactly where you left us at the end of the first episode. We have yet to jump into this vehicle. We've got a little bit of levelling up to do, so we'll have a little bit of a look at skills. Now we'll start with William. His skills are melee combat, animal whisperer and sneaky stuff. These two I don't plan to put too many more skill points into. As you can see, we've got 3 skill points available flashing away at the top of the screen. It's going to take 1 point to upgrade melee combat 1 level, and it will take all 3, so in effect 2 points for the second point there to upgrade it. But we're actually going to go initially in a slightly different direction. We are going to give William the barter skill to level 2. Now that will, as you can see down near the bottom right hand corner, that will add 100% income from selling junk and all kinds of stuff right from the off. It also means we'll pass a speech check, a kind of a skill check, in the next conversation we're going to get into, and I haven't seen what happens if you can. And somebody in your party needs that skill. It may as well be William. I was thinking about putting a point into hard ass, but we're not going to. Something I completely forgot to mention in the first episode is we didn't have to use a pair of the pre-generated characters. We could have rolled 2 up straight away. We'll get the opportunity to do that later in this episode. I thought it would just be a nice difference because most people roll up those characters to use a couple, and you do get an achievement, and that's important. Anyway, back to business. We're going to get 1 level of first aid. That's quite important. And that will do us for now. That will get us through till we get some more level ups and we'll be fine. And then confirm changes. So that's done. We've got no perk points yet. Leasing, back to your skills. So we do want to put another point into lockpicking. We don't need to put any more points into kiss ass. But we also want you to have 1 point, I think, of first aid. And we're going to give you, I think we're going to give you a point of weird science, not weird science. I'm going to go with nerd stuff, which is more like hacking and computery related shenanigans. Yeah, that's going to work for me at this stage. So we're going to go 1 point into nerd stuff. And we're going to confirm that. Right, so a little bit of leveling up. Now we're going to jump in here. And we're going to travel. Wait. We almost forgot Jodie Bell.
Fuck this place. Fuck it.
That's alright, we'll give you a lift home. Here we are.
Welcome, Rangers. You may approach the Patriot.
May we?
3 when there were 50. Cold logic says I should turn you away. That there aren't enough of you left to do the job at hand.
There are.
The Dorseys didn't just attack you. They attacked my city. This one was trying to burn down our jail. If you want some vengeance for what was done to you, he's yours.
No, you can have him. You have him.
If you insist.
I love his weapon. It's a fist and a stars and stripes.
Thank
That's
you.
quite cool.
It's been too long since I've dealt with my problems firsthand.
You're welcome.
In addition to this base and the aid I promised your general, I'll be giving you the resources to return your force to full strength. Recruiting, training, and equipping. It's not enough. I know. The men and women you lost can never be replaced, but it's what I can give you. I hope you'll accept it.
I will, thank you very much. Haven't got first aid 2. I'm not sure what that one does, but that's not the skill check I was talking about. Thank you, Patriarch. We appreciate anything you can do for us.
I'm glad to find you so amenable. I hope that means we're going to get along.
I've been ordered to get along.
Introductions. My name is Saul Buchanan. I own Colorado, though you'll meet some who disagree. This base is your new home. From here, you'll aid my people and, more importantly, do the job I brought you here to do. Now... Yes, Joe?
Pardon, Patriarch. It's Daisy. An update on the Garden of the Gods?
All right. Sorry, Rangers. Still putting out fires. Two of my best are waiting for you inside. Darius Quan of the Marshals and my old friend Sergei Greatsky. Go see him. I'll be in when I'm done here.
Okie dokie. We shall head inside. Hello?
Welcome, Rangers. I'm Marshal Darius Quan, and this here's Sergei Greatsky.
Good to meet you, Rangers. Glad to see some friendly faces. Been rough around here these last few days. Dorsey's attacked us too. Snuck inside Colorado Springs and killed a lot of people. Situation's under control now. Mostly.
Right, why are the alarms going
No
off?
idea. Something must have triggered the old security system. Trouble is, there's a bunch of angry robots guarding the computer that shuts them off. How you deal with them is your call. Your base, your rules.
Okay. So why are the
Yeah,
angry
weird,
robots?
huh? They weren't active when we looked the place over a few days back, but... let's talk after you kill the alarms. I can hardly hear myself
Okay.
think.
Right, so let's head into here. And these the angry robots. Wow. So we can do sneaky shit. We can do a kiss ass stuff. Let's see, we'll go for kiss ass. We're the Arizona Rangers, a successor unit of the US Army Corps of Engineers. We are the government. Okay, so we talked ourselves out of that one. And that is a situation where most of this game there's going to be a fighty way to deal with something, to resolve a situation or do a mission, or a more combative way, or a more conversational way, or maybe just a sneaky way. Right, what we got here? The terminal's dusty and old, but when you press the power button it flickers to life. The computer beeps and whirs. Command access only. I shall designate a new commander. I'll be the commander and I'll install myself as the commander. The new law, that's
Well done,
us.
Rangers. Good to see the place up and running.
Hello.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. The reason you're here. As
Right.
you may know, I have a daughter and two sons. Liberty, Valor, and Victory. Two of them conspired against me, and the third blackens the Buchanan name with every breath he takes.
Oh well.
Consequently, I banished them.
Fair enough.
They've been skulking in the shadows ever since, but lately there's been rumors that I'm on my last legs. Lies, of course, but apparently my dear children believe them, and they've started making new plans.
Have they?
Protection? You think I need protection? Stop trying to be smart and listen.
Okay.
I'm not worried about my children defeating me, Rangers. They won't. Not even Liberty. What worries me is the destruction they'll wreak as they fail. They'll tear my land and my people to shreds. They'll burn everything I've accomplished to ash.
Fair enough.
That's why they have to be stopped before they can start. That's why you, Rangers, have to find them and bring them home to me ASAP.
So you want us to
When
go
I say bring them home,
kidnap
I mean
them?
bring them home alive. They're my blood. Kill them and we'll have a problem. Do I make myself clear?
Perfectly clear.
Then let me tell you where they are. Victory's holed up in Aspen. Valor's under the protection of the Gippers in Denver. And Liberty's raising an army against me somewhere out on the Eastern Plains. Anything else you need to know?
Now, this is the one I couldn't do about the barter skill. I only actually needed 1 point. I thought it was 2, but let's see what you can get anything out of him.
Name him.
We need more firepower, some guns and ammo. Some quality hand-to-hand weapons would be great. We've lost most of our demolitions capability. We could use some mines and grenades. I think we'll take mines and grenades, actually.
Not ones for subtlety, huh? I'll have Joe send you a few things once we get back to Broadmoor Heights.
Okay, thank you very much. I need more background on your kids before we go after
What do you
them.
want to know?
I want to know... Yeah, why do you need us to deal with them?
Divided loyalty, that's why. I trust my guards, but they don't leave my side. Ever. Everybody else...
I get
Everybody
ya.
else is making plans for when I'm gone. The 100 families, the Gippers, the Marshals, they're all out for themselves. And they know my kids would make good figureheads, give them some legitimacy.
Right.
Any Coloradan I send to bring Vic, Val, and Libby back home might think they'll get a better deal elsewhere. But not you. I'm the only one who can save your people. Nobody else can get supplies to Arizona before they starve to death.
So I've been
That's why
told.
it's you who's doing this. You've got the only loyalty that works. The loyalty of self-interest.
I guess you're right. Alright, what do we need to know about Victory?
Boy's never been right in the head. Since he was a baby, he'd torture cats, terrorize the servants, set the house on fire, and he's only got worse. The things he's done to the women he finds.
Brought him up well.
Anyway, I finally had enough and put the little monster under house arrest up in Aspen. Guess they weren't prepared because he escaped a while
Sorry about
ago
that.
and then came back with a gang of freaks and turned the place into a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, the parenting may have been an issue if these
Now he's
kids
on
are
the
really
radio,
this mad.
laughing about what he's gonna do to his hostages and daring me to come after him. He claims he's captured some rangers as well.
Oh, has he?
And if he does, you're still bringing him home alive no matter what. Remember?
Yeah, but we'll be rude to him.
Soft, spoiled, fiddled with computers all day instead of learning the arts of diplomacy and war. Finally packed him off when he accidentally crashed my security systems right before his sister's little coup attempt.
Ah,
Made him my official ambassador to the Gippers, hoping he'd do to their systems what he'd done to mine. That was a mistake. He took his revenge by convincing them to cut off oil shipments to my city.
that sounds bad.
No oil means no heat, no light, and no food for my people. So getting Valor back and resuming oil shipments from the Gippers has to happen now.
Okay, and he sounds the least mad so far. Ah, there you go. So Valor isn't
No,
dangerous.
But the Gippers are tough and well armed, and Denver's a death trap.
Cool. Liberty, your
Liberty's
daughter.
got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's the only one who could actually run Colorado. Problem is, she'd run it as a goddamn slave state. Everyone in chains. Everyone working for her.
That sounds
Wouldn't worry
bad.
about her for now, though. Best to wait until you got a little more firepower. She's gonna be well protected.
Okay. You're expecting her to try to usurp you.
She's already tried once. Got all the way to the palace steps before we chased her off. She's been licking her wounds out east ever since.
Crikey. Thanks for the info.
Anything else?
Yeah, the Dorses. Who are they?
Last dregs of a treacherous family. Thought I'd wiped them out years ago, but mistakes linger, Rangers. I know that better than most.
Okay. Right, do you think your kids did it?
Possibly, but I know the Dorseys from the old days. They don't take orders well. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have the guts to attack both you and Colorado Springs at the same time. So somebody put some fire in them.
Okay. So, might be somebody behind the scenes. Why do you say the ambush was your fault?
Coordinated the details of your arrival using coded transmissions on radio frequencies we thought were secure. Obviously, they were not. And you paid for it. I take full responsibility.
Okay. Alright, enough about the Dorses.
What else do you need?
Thank you for the briefing.
Course. Now, if you want a chance to impress me, maybe get a little payback, that call I got outside was from Sheriff Daisy, the head of the marshals in Colorado Springs.
Right.
He's having trouble rousting some Dorseys who have been holed up in the Garden of the Gods since their raid fell apart. Why don't you go give her a hand? Show us what the Rangers can do.
New mission. Talk to Sheriff Daisy in downtown Colorado Springs. Yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear. I expect great things from you, Rangers. Do good work. All right, let's move out.
Oh, we've leveled up again. Fantastic. Right, so he's got 3 maniac children. He wants us to get out and capture them. But they're either maniacs themselves or with a bunch of maniacs. But we're not allowed to hurt them. Okay. So this is now our base. Major Tom likes it. We can access the mission log over here. Mission types, yes, primary missions. These are the main story driven ones. So this one here is to go and talk to Sheriff Daisy. These are the 3 missions right here to go and capture his kids. They're available to go and complete right now, but they are level suggested rather than level capped, and we're nowhere near there yet. And then any other missions we get will pop up down here, side missions, etc. So we've just leveled up again. And let's have a little look at the inventory. I've skipped the tutorial screens there because it's easier just to explain it. Now, we've got this Hog Hunter sniper rifle, and we can compare that to what we have. The Slag Sniper. The Hog Hunter is better, so we shall equip it. Like so. We've also got a rocket launcher, but that needs explosives level 1 skill to use it, and we don't have anybody with that skill yet. William, what can we do for you? We can give you some armoured trousers for +1 armour and a little bit of better combat speed, but you've got no alternative weapon as yet. So that's the inventory check done. Let's have a little look around here before we level up, because I want to see if there's anything we need to level up whilst we do that. So this is just some junk and a law book. What have we got in this one? Some money and an old lighter. Fantastic. Some more money and an old junky photograph. Now what you'll see, if I come over here and I act solo, so I'll split the group and I go over here, it's telling me I can't unlock it because I haven't got lockpicking level 2. Now, the Sing has, so if she comes over here, she can unlock it. But if you're playing as William, as long as you've got the group selected, and this applies to any of these kind of skill checks, when I come over here and press A, whoever can do it will come over and do it. If you see what I mean. It's something to be a little bit careful of, because they might do their own pathfinding, and it might not be exactly what you expected. But as long as you've got the group selected, you will have access to all of your group skills. We've got brass knuckles, a brawling weapon. We don't have a brawler. Some ammo, some money, some junk, a weapon mod, and an armor mod. That's quite a nice little selection of stuff. What we've got in this one. So we've got a Merc helmet, Merc armor, and Radtech armor. Armor +6. That's quite heavy armor. Let's have a look now. Right, so if we compare that armor to the armor he's wearing, that's double the armor protection. So you can have that. And the helmet is +3 armor and critical chance +2%. So yeah, let's get that on you too, William. There, oh, look at you. You don't want that running at you, do you? No, you don't. Can we zoom in? See, you look. Yeah, look at you. You're a fine-looking pair. Right, this room's clear, I think. We've grabbed all the loot that there is to be grabbed. Now we'll look at the skill. Now we'll take a look at the skills and attributes. Now attributes. You can see on the right hand side what the effect is. So coordination basically gives us more action points to use in combat turns. Luck increases penetration, and it also increases the chance of criticals, dodges, all that kind of stuff. Awareness is accuracy and perception, but it's mainly accuracy, and it's only accuracy with ranged weapons. It doesn't affect, as far as I know, the hit chance with melee weapons. Strength, that's how hard we're going to hit with our melee weapon. It's very important to William, so we'll keep that up high. Speed is how far we can move during the combat with an action point. Also evasion and initiative. So that's quite useful, but it's not amazing. Intelligence, for every 2 points of intelligence you have, you get 1 extra skill point every time you level up. So we're going to take that now. Charisma. Now this is one that if you really want to play it in a very gamey way, you want to max out your charisma as soon as possible, because you'll get an ever increasing experience bonus all the way up to, let's have a look, if we had the full level of charisma, we're going to get a +30% XP bonus. It also affects the leadership range, but nobody's actually got the leadership skill yet, so we'll do that, talk about that when we do give that to somebody. They basically give a bit of a buff to the people around them. So if you want to just if you max your charisma out and therefore your XP gains, over time you're going to be more powerful. I'm not going to play it like that. We're going to be happily have that extra point of intelligence, just so he gets critical heal chance increase, critical hit chance increase, and critical damage increase, and extra skill point each level up. That's perfect. We'll have that. Skills, he's got 4 more skill points. So we are definitely going to put at least, I think, 2 of those into melee combat. So, leadership. For each point of leadership, your nearby allies will gain on their hit chance. They will also gain damage. They will gain critical chance and constitution healed. when those things are applicable. Ally bonus on boss kill is plus 2.5% damage. I'm not quite sure how that equates to gameplay. So, 1 point into leadership. Confirm our changes. So we've still got no perks to look at because we've got no perk points to apply them. So let's head back outside. We've got a little bit more talking to do yet.
Come talk to me when you've got a moment. Want to discuss staffing and recruiting, that kind of thing.
Hello.
Good job, Rangers. Nice to be able to hear ourselves think again. And now that it's quiet enough to talk, let me reintroduce you to the great Sergei Greatsky, who's going to be helping you with personnel.
Hi again, Rangers. Damn sorry about your people. But now that you're here, we'll do what we can to get you back on your feet and find you some new recruits. Just like the Patriarch promised you.
Okay, thank you very much.
One of the best. Meet Marcelo Gonzalez, electronics wizard, radio technician, and former dispatcher for the Marshals. He'll be your radio operator.
Hello,
Howdy,
Marcelo.
Rangers. While you were dealing
Behind
with
the wall.
alarms, I took the liberty of installing
I
a
can't
combat
change the
AI in
camera.
your vehicle. Should help you out. If you want to chat, I'll be in the operations room getting things up and running.
Should be more recruits arriving soon. Ready to tell me how you want to fill out your squad?
Yes. Let's do that, I think.
My advice is to put together a squad with complementary skills. Nobody can be great at everything. So, pick recruits who are good at things your current team isn't.
That's a very good
and
idea.
You can always round out your squad with folks you meet along the way.
Yes.
Keep that in mind when you're choosing from the recruits I've rounded up.
Thank you very much. Right, so we've got 4 more slots here. Only 2 of them we can put players into. So this slot here, new recruits. There are all of these pre-rolled characters available. We're going to roll 2 up now. Thing to bear in mind is that these guys will level up with you. So, what I said about the armor modding and weapon modding, so if we find who's good at armor modding, say Thunder down here. If we just wait until we've got a couple more level ups, or even right now, although we'll wait till we've got some more mods to apply, come back to the base, you switch Thunder into your party. When you do that, you can then apply all the skill points she's got available to armor modding, because she's never going to go out and fight, and do all your armor modding, take her back out of your party, switch your combat character back in, and off you go. Same with armor modding, weapon modding, and you could even do it with some other bits and pieces like toaster repair. But we're actually going to roll up a new recruit now, so we'll get on with that. And
listen, I can get you all the fighting troops you need.
Didn't mean to do that.
If you meet any talented people in your travels, don't hesitate to sign them up.
Press the wrong button. We'll stick with this conversation. That's triggered.
Sorted. Now you're the boss here, so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but getting this place up and running wouldn't be a bad place to start. That means surveying the base and finding specialists to staff it.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I really didn't expect to go into this conversation yet. I pressed the wrong button, and here we are.
Helping Sheriff Daisy would be a good way to do that. And she might hook you up with some specialists for the base. Meanwhile, I'll start cleaning up here. Take a look around before you go. See if you want to keep any of this junk before I dump it all.
Okay, over time this base is going to get cleared up, so as he said, if you want to go around and loot stuff,
Colorado Springs is straight out the main gate. If you want to go to Denver or Aspen, just hop back in your car and go out the way you came in.
Okay.
One
Right.
sec.
Aha.
Forgive me for saying so, but I'm guessing you folks are going to need as much help in the field as you will here in HQ. So, what if I joined your squad? At least until you find your feet.
Yeah, I think that's probably a very good idea. We've got a companion, and he may be quite handy. Basically, we have 6 slots on the team. We've got 2 with the characters we started with. We can carry 2 companions along with us, and the 2 characters we're about to roll up. You can annoy companions. They will leave you. but otherwise they operate exactly as another member of your team, fully under your control, not like those silly companions that get in the way in other games. Right, now we've got a companion, let's get back to building the rest of our team, shall we? We need to manage our active rangers. Okay, so now we've got Marshal Quan in the lineup. We've still got 2 slots we can fill. New recruits. Let's get this right this time. Create custom character. Right, here we are. Now you need some real idea in mind of what you're going for. Okay, so here we are. First of all, we're going to choose a name. We're going to randomize a name. We'll go for... I'm not really that bothered, to be honest with you. Slayer, that'll do. We'll go a lady.
We can handle this, right?
Give it a nice feminine voice. Now the backgrounds. Bookworm is the default. It's plus 5% experience points. It's a little bit bland, but it's obviously useful. We're going to go for Exploder Maniac. I'm not going to go through all of these right now. I could do a whole episode on that. If anyone's interested, I might, but I know those videos are already out there too. Exploder Maniac is going to give us a plus 15% explosive damage bonus. That is going to be very useful on this character. Appearance, to be honest, really doesn't concern me. I think I have to choose a portrait. That one will do nicely. We'll have a look on the last character. We'll play with the appearance a little bit. Once they're in armor, you can't really see, although you can switch off the visual armor if you like. Right, we're going to go heavy weapons with this character. So this is going to be heavy weapons and explosives, kind of our support character. Now, attributes, these are the things that power your skills. So we're actually going to look at our skills first and then pick the attributes to go kind of with them, if you see what I mean. So we definitely want a couple of rounds, or levels I should say, of big guns. That's the skill for the machine gun that we now have. We want to put 2 points into explosive, 1 into first aid, and I'm going to put 2 points into mechanics. And now I'm going to keep these 3 points until we run into a situation where we need to put up a skill, or until we get to a situation where we might fight, and I might just put them straight into one of the combat skills. But I found this quite useful. If we get to a skill check that needs explosives 3 or mechanics 3, and we've already put the points into the other one, we're a little bit stuck till we've leveled up and can come back. This way gives a little bit of flexibility in the mission, and I like it. So, back to the attributes. Coordination is how many action points we've got. I didn't actually mention, I shall. If we look in the skills, it does say on big guns, it recommends awareness, coordination and strength. That's accuracy, basically action points and hit points. So, taking that as guidance, and it is relevant. Coordination, we're going to put 2 points into coordination, and as you can see, that will then give us an extra action point. I'm going to put 3 of our points into awareness. That is accuracy, basically, because we do want to hit stuff. That's good. We're going to put 2 points into strength. So that's constitution, which is hit points, and also an increase in the level hit point bonus. You do get a melee damage bonus. That's not relevant here. Throwing range is increased, which could be... And we can also equip some of the heavier weapons and heavy armor, because they're locked by your strength skill. So there you go, 5 strength. Speed, not really relevant right now. Intelligence, I think we'll look at later, but we've put all the points in. We don't need any of these. We'll build these up over time. They're the ones we need to get going. We've got some hit points, we've got some accuracy, and we've got enough action points to actually do some stuff. So that's great. Now quirks. No quirk obviously does what it says on the tin. The quirks all have benefits and disadvantages. So blunderer, melee damage plus 15%, but critical chance minus 50%. I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm going to go straight to the ones that I think are most relevant. And for this character, excuse me, Pyromaniac is very relevant. There's a 15% chance to catch fire when you're using explosives. But because that isn't the same as being hit with a fire weapon, you don't actually take a lot of damage, and a mate of yours in your team can throw a snowball at you to put you out. but we will get plus 25% fire damage and 25% bonus damage to explosives too. So that's very, very nice. So we're going to take that skill back. And there we go, confirm. We haven't got the tick there because we haven't allocated 3 points, but they will still be available, I promise. We have confirmed Slayer, and now we're going to make the last character we can roll up right now. At least we can roll up more characters. We could still only have the 4 player characters in the team. So, identification. Let's have a Voodoo Tempest. Male.
Come and get it, scumbags.
We'll make him a little bit mouthy. Now for his background, this guy is going to be... This guy's a lady. When did we turn into a lady? We're a man. We are going to be a man. Bookworm again, a little bit bland. This character is going to be a brawler. It's a little bit of a laugh, but it also has quite a good secondary role in that he's going to be very quick, and he's also going to be kind of our medic. So we are going to take, I think we're just going to take Raider Hater, which is bonus damage to humans 10%. Not everything you fight is humans, but it's something. Yeah, we'll go for Raider Hater. That page is all done. Appearance. Let's have a look. Let's give him some crazy hair. There you go. Of a crazy colour. And we don't need a beard. Jacket. We'll go for... What's that? Heavy armour. That looks appropriate. Rest is all good. Portrait. That's you, mate. Down to a T. Sorted. Starting weapon, we're going to go brawling weapon. We'll talk about how brawling works when we're progressing. Attributes, again we're going to go for skills first. We'll put 2 points into, not into big guns. Delete my point. Reset. Oh, I don't want that point there. Can I not take a point off of there? Decrease value, left bumper. There you go, thank God for that. Brawling. Out of our 10 points to allocate, 3 are going to go into brawling. We're going to put 2 into first aid. Let's see, where else should we go? We're going to go... What haven't we got covered yet? We are going to go for... We didn't give anybody hard ass yet, did we? So... You can have a couple of levels of hard ass, and again we're going to keep 3 skill points on you. Yeah, that's the plan, just for now, just until we can, as I say, review. So at skills, I didn't check what it suggests for brawling, but it is coordination, intelligence and charisma. So let's have a little look. Attributes. We're going to need some strength, because we're going to take a little bit of damage when we're out and about, I think. So we're going to put 2 points into strength. 2 points into coordination. That gives us that extra hit point. I'm not sure about charisma. I mean, strike rate is how your power move regenerates. We could put a couple of points into intelligence. Go on, we'll get that extra skill point straight off the bat. And I think we'll go for 1 of luck to increase our critical chance. And 1 more strength. Why not? Quirk. What should we give to some maniac that runs in? I know what we're going to give them. Waste roamer. Resistance is to bleeding. Resistance is to poison. Resistance is to shocked. Resistance is to burning. And resistance is to frozen. All plus 100%. So, the downside is minus 15% experience bonus. So we can put some points into that charisma attribute to kind of even that out over time. But this guy might lag around a little bit, but he's going to get those extra skill points also when he levels up. So it'll balance a little bit. So that's what we're going to go for. The fact that he's got those resistances is hopefully going to stand him in good stead, and more importantly, keep him on his feet. So there you go, the team is complete. The extra slot there we cannot fill. That is a companion only slot. So,
There
we
you
are
go.
done.
Anything else?
I think that's fine for now, Sergi. Thank you very much. We'll get some more backstory off you, because I know you hang out here forever now. We'll do that another time.
I'll be here.
Right, so let's meet the team. So there's William, looking badass in his armor. Our melee specialist. He's a bit quiet. His attributes, coordination and luck and awareness are low. He's got lots of strength, he's got lots of speed, and he's got quite a good level of intelligence. That's quite a good place to start for him. Skills, he's got 1 level of leadership. He's got the first aid. He's really going for melee combat. He's got barter. He's the one who's going to get the discounts. The ones we're not really going to develop too much more on William are sneaky shit, probably. Maybe animal whisperer, but I don't know yet. First aid, he doesn't need much higher. On to Lee Sing, of course, our sniper. We've got some points to allocate here, but we'll do that in the next episode, as I say, as we get ready to go out into town and do some actual adventuring. So it's all about the shooting, it's all about the accuracy, basically, with this young lady. We're going to put more skills into sniper rifle soon, but basically the way the game plays, if you put all your skills into shooting, the only solution you're going to have to a situation is shooting. If you put your skills into the sneaky stuff and the clever stuff, then you'll have an option that doesn't means you don't have to have high weapon skills. So it's a balance, it's completely up to you. That's what is quite beautiful about the way this game seems to play. Marshal Quan is automatic weapons man with his assault rifle. He's got the kiss ass skill covered for us too, so we don't have to put many points into that. He's already got a head start. He's got a little bit of sneak. That may be handy just on the detection front. Slayer, big guns, explosives, mechanics. He's going to also be deploying turrets and stuff like that with his mechanic skill. First aid, of course. And we've got Tempest, Brawling, First Aider, Hard Ass. That's it for now. But that's a bloody sound start if you ask me. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. I know these first 2 episodes have been set up and narrative heavy, as all RPGs are. Next episode, we're going to get the base searched, clear our base, get out into town and get some adventuring done. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave it a like if you have. Any comments or feedback are very welcomely received. And subscribe if you want to stay in touch. But for now, take care of yourselves and each other, and goodbye.